now rocking with the CHH, so tune in to the CHH.
Yeah, this is the theme song, not an interlude. CHH with Kim and Bertie, I hope you're in the mood for a special guest in the interview. Supporting the kingdom and we continue to bring it to you non-stop. Yo, the show's a pop. Sunday night, 7th Century, all in your spot. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, keep it locked. We live in Lip Nation, we rising to the top. Yo, it's a Holy Ghost party, get your groove on. The KB double player, keep your move on. You can make the convertible if you groove strong. Come on and get your praise on, provide an hour long. Shout out to Kimberly, yo, this is our song. You can check the times on, the show's coming on. Tell your friends to tune in, we won't steer you wrong. CHH for Kim and Bertie, tap in and cheer along.
You're now rocking with the CHH, so tune in to the CHH.
You know, that is now my favorite song.
Is it really?
With the CHH,
oh my goodness.
Baby. I think that's gonna be the song for 2026 for me.
Yeah, it's a nice song.
I think it's
definitely a nice song. Absolutely.
It's a lovely song. It's a great song. It's a 2026 song. It's a convertible song. You know what? It's a love song too, Bertie.
Oh my goodness, really? So you got all that from out of that song?
I got all of that from out of that song. I sure did.
Okay. I'll take it.
How was your weekend?
It was good. Had a good weekend. What about yours?
I had a snowed in weekend.
Oh, so y'all got snow?
I got 16 inches of a snowed in weekend.
Oh my goodness. So you didn't do it. You did absolutely nothing this weekend.
Absolutely nothing. And I kept telling myself, now, you know, since you're not going to be going to work, you can do all the stuff you've been wanting to do. You can redo your bookshelf. You know, you can decorate the other bathroom. I didn't do none of that.
So you didn't do anything. So you plan to do all this stuff and didn't do nothing.
First, you know, Saturday I sat there and I watched the snowfall. You know, I did what my mom used to do because my mom loves snow. So she used to open all the windows in the house and just watch the snowfall. So that's what I did. Then I started reminiscing and thinking about her and thinking about the night she passed because she loves snow. And God made it so that it was snowing the night before she passed. Then it was snowing during the time she passed. And then it stopped. And then it snowed when I buried her 7 days later.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So that's what I was doing. And then next thing I knew, it was like Saturday evening. I was like, well, shoot, I might as well just watch movies the rest of the evening. I'll try again tomorrow, which tomorrow is today, and kind of went the same way.
So did you find a good movie to watch?
So there's this series on Netflix called His and Hers. You got?
I heard about that.
You gotta watch it. I ain't gonna tell you nothing else. Just gotta watch it.
I have to see what it's about. I'm gonna have to see. Yeah, man. You know, you be recommending stuff. Might have me watching some foolishness. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do my Googles and find out what's going on what's going on.
I do not do foolishness.
Really?
The only thing I've asked you to do is wear a Falcons jersey, and that's it.
That's foolishness at its finest. That's all right. So, greetings and blessings, everybody. Welcome to CHH with Kim and Bertie. I am Bertie, and this is my lovely sister Kim. And we have something special going on this month. So, in honor of it being, since Valentine's Day does fall in this month, what we want to focus on.
And
what else? Black History Month.
And
what you asking? And so, tell me what else, Kim. What am I missing?
The holiday that counts, February 12th. Hello.
Am I gonna get in trouble if I miss this?
Yes, you are.
It's her birthday. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Can't believe that.
So that's a national holiday. We're just making your birthday a national holiday.
That is a national holiday.
Okay, so February the 12th, everybody, is a national holiday. So that's what else is happening in this month. Anyway, so we have all that going on. So what we're doing all this month is we're spotlighting the word love. So we're gonna have couples on, right? And we're gonna talk to different people about what love means to them, what it means to be a spiritual love. So that's what we're talking about. So tonight you have myself and Kim We're going to freestyle it all night long. We're going to freestyle it all night long. So, so I ask you first, what does love mean to you?
The first thing that comes to mind, Bertie, is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And so I always think that if he decided to give his only son up, just so that we could get it right, because it also means he loved us too. And in spite of, he still loves us, in spite of the fact that we don't do what we're supposed to do. So to me, that is a deep love. That is a greater love. And I think that's a love that a very small percentage of people have accomplished.
Yeah, it's definitely true. That is the perfect definition of love. So, and actually, what I was gonna miss. There she goes, stealing my answers already. That's what I was gonna talk about though. So now, God is love, right? So somebody asked me what is love. I definitely had to say God. I had to say God, because of what he did, right? He sent his son, and his son died for us. Something that he did not have to do. He didn't have to do that, right? But he did. Didn't complain about it, didn't fuss about it. Not a mumbling word, not anything. Took all kinds of things, for us, for our transgressions, for our iniquities. And, that to me, that's the definition of love. And I really think in today's society, that word is not appreciated enough. Like, it's thrown around a lot, but you don't see it at its core. You really don't. You don't see the essence of it, right? So people might throw it around lightly or whatever and stuff. But man, when you think about that type of love, that unconditional, right? I think if we saw that in the society today, the world would be a lot better.
I think we need it more now than ever. But Bertie, let's talk about love. When was the first time that you felt love? The very first time.
Very first time that I felt love?
Yeah.
From my parents.
Yeah.
From my parents. I mean, man, as a child, like, I'm not one of those that'll sit here and tell you that I grew up in a household that wasn't full of love. Like, my father and my mom, two very loving people. My mother's still like that to this day. My father, rest his soul, he's gone now. But I mean, I grew up having a man in the household that, he wasn't afraid to hug me, tell me he loved me. You might as well say like the kind of father that you see on the sitcom, right? That's always their first football game, first basketball game, all this, So, and the thing about that was, he was. So I'll share a little bit. He wasn't my biological father. His name was Arthur Williams. It wasn't my biological father, but he was with my mom when I was like maybe 6 months, whatever. Things just didn't work out with my mom and, my biological father, and, rest his soul as well, because he was a good man also. I don't want to sit here and paint him like he wasn't, but the man that raised me, the man that I called dad from the get-go, like, man, he never left my side. For my entire life. He didn't leave my side until he passed. And one of the things, I could give an example of what love is, right? So, like I said, I was one of those kids. I grew up not wanting for nothing. I didn't want for anything. Like, if it was the latest pair of shoes, I got it. All I had to do was just make good grades, and be a good kid. So there was this was around the time that the Air Maxes had first came out, whatever, the cross trainers.
It was just
and I was. I ain't gonna lie, I was. So I wanted these shoes real bad, right? And I had asked my mom for them, and mom was like, "Nah, we can't handle that right now. It's kind of rough right now." So me being the brat that I was, I pitched the fit. I was soaking and just all upset or whatever and stuff. And my daddy just looked at me and he shook his head. So 2 days later, sure enough, you got a package showing up with the shoes in there, right? So I'm happy or whatever and stuff. But it took my mom to point it out to me, and this is what love is to me. This is what love is, a perfect definition. So she said, "You see those shoes that you have on your feet?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am." "How much were they?" And I think they were like 160, 170, something like that. And she said, "Now I want you to take a look at your daddy's shoes. Just look at him." And I looked down at his work shoes. He had holes in his work shoes.
Wow.
Like, holes in his work shoes. So he sacrificed, for me, he could have went and bought himself a better pair of work shoes, some work boots or whatever. But so his son could have something, he did that. Never one time called me stepson. It was always, son this, and showed me nothing but love. So to me, that's like the definition. That's a perfect example of love.
That is love. That's definitely love. Now, when I was growing up, it was always just me and my mom. My dad was what I call a rolling stone.
Oh goodness.
Empty promises. Now, one thing I realized later on, now it was never a birthday missed or Christmas presents missed or Easter, and none of that stuff was ever missed. But I realized when I was around 16 years old that when I would get my cards in the mail from my paternal grandmother and grandfather and him, it hit me one day that the handwritings look exactly alike.
Okay.
And so I said to myself, I said, you know what? I think my grandmama is signing his cards. And so then I went back, and I was the type of person that I never threw away my cards. So I started going back all through my cards, way back as far as me being 6 and 7 years old. She was signing his cards, Bertie. And she would even put a little message in there like, love daddy. I will always love you. You are my heart. She would do stuff like that. But what those sayings were in my card weren't matching up to who I was seeing and who I was experiencing. And so I finally asked her when I got 18. And I said, Granny, I said, I can ask you this question now. I said, and you could tell me the truth. I said, were you signing my cards for daddy? And I said, because it's a few cards that I do have that I know it's his handwriting, but the other years, it's your handwriting. I said, were you signing his cards? And she did this. And I said, well, that's a yes. That would be a yes. But that she loved her kids so much. You know, between my dad and all of his offsprings, she loved him so much that she would be willing, even in their wrong, to do whatever it takes to make them look good. And I said, that's a mama's love. Even on when she was passing, she was worried about him. So she asked the woman that he was dating at the time if she would marry him so he won't be by himself. And then she said, if you would do that, I can go on peacefully. Wow. And they did it. They did it. Okay. So he was just, you know, but also realize too, what you get growing up is what you exhibit in your own life. And now that you explained to me how your dad was with you, now I know that's where all that genuineness out of your heart comes, where you genuinely love everybody. Now I learned my love from my mom and my grandmothers and my granddads, but not from my dad. So when it came time to where I was choosing a mate, I didn't realize until later on down the road that I went and got somebody exactly like him, because I desired that love that I was missing from my dad. So I think that's very, very, very important. And I always tell people, tell men too, that your mothers are your first girlfriends. How you are with your mom, you know, that's exactly how you are with your girlfriend when you start first getting your girlfriends. Just think about it.
Oh my goodness. I guess so. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. We have Grace Hendy, Miss Grace. We have Angee, Coman, Scott, leader of Level Up Nation. We have Mary Goolsby. We have Mr. Dallas A. Frazier, musician extraordinaire himself. Oh yeah. So y'all do us a favor, right? So what does love mean to y'all? Type it in the chat. Type in the chat. What does love mean to y'all?
Yeah, let me see. Let me see what love means.
See what we get. See what we get. As well, Pat Nash is in the building as well. Pat Nash. Hey, Pat. Hey, Pat.
Everybody make sure when you leave here, you go straight over to Pat Nash at 9:00.
That's right.
Good stuff.
That's right. And like Dallas said, if you have to leave live or whatever, you can catch us online at Dope Jams Radio. Dope Jams Radio online. So check us out.
Ain't nobody typing what love means to them.
So Pat said love is everything. Okay. Miss Mary said, love is treating everyone equally. Yeah, I agree. I agree with both of those.
Now, Miss Mary. Now, sometimes I can't treat everybody equally. Y'all gonna have to work with me on that.
Why is that though? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Why is that, right? So if we look at the example that we had, right? The example that we had.
Yep.
I mean, Jesus loved everybody.
He did.
That's true. He loved everybody. He loved on everybody, you know, and treated people fairly, you know, treated them with kindness, with, you know, with love. So
he did.
Why is it so hard for us to do that? I wonder. What do you think?
I think somewhere along the line, our experiences get in the way of how we are with people. Because I look at it as we come here pure at heart, that is. But then as we start to go through our process in life, it affects how we are in our experiences. And particularly if you are one that holds on to unforgiveness, that becomes a big problem. And unforgiveness and love start fighting each other like this. And it's what is Angee? Just to love someone is a decision, not an emotion. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you do decide who you love, right? Like you make that choice.
No, making a choice is saying I'm gonna marry this person, and I know I don't got no business marrying them. That's a decision.
I mean, but okay, so.
But an emotion.
I kind of get what she's saying though. I kind of get what she's saying. Like you, okay, for instance, right? Like we're supposed to love everyone, even if we don't like rock with them, talk to them every day or whatever. You know, if we're not hanging out with them, we're still supposed to have a certain amount of love with them.
Yep.
It's certain people, right? That it's just, you know, that maybe in your life that's just hard to love. So you decided not to love that person. You made a conscious decision, like I'm not going to mess with this person. I don't care about this individual. I don't like this individual, right? And it happens. It happens. You know, we're human. It's not supposed to be that way. Like we're supposed to have a certain amount of love, a certain level of love for people, even when they do us wrong. Right now, that's
what happens when they say, I'm gonna just love this person from a distance. Can somebody truly love somebody from a distance?
I think you can. I think you can. You can. So there are people in my life at one point that I was close to, right? And for whatever reason, we're not as close anymore. I don't have any disdain for them, anything. I don't wish any harm on them, right? I just love them from a distance. Like maybe they rubbed me the wrong way. Maybe I rubbed them the wrong way, right? But it's not no love lost. Like I still care about the people, right? Still want to see them succeed. Still want to see you know, them do the best that they can, right? Everything in life, I wish the best for them. I'm just not moving with them like that, and that happens. You know, I think with people, people are like seasons, right? The people in your life that change like seasons, but some anyway. You have some people that stick around, you know, they stick around, but some people, they're only in your life for a season. Yeah. You know.
Now, Tony said something that was interesting. If we can go back to it, because he says, I'm learning to love daily. To be honest, I had great examples of love from my parents, but I have not always shown unconditional love that I was shown. But since I had my kids, it makes me daily exam what love is. Do a daily example of what love is. Now, see, Tony, I can agree with what Tony is saying, but I never had no kids. I ain't had no children. So I didn't get to do that unconditional love stuff. Now I didn't get to do it, you know, and I didn't get to do it.
I could speak on that one, right? So like you really don't understand what love is, especially, and I think all fathers could talk on this one until you have like your first child, especially if your first child is a daughter.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like, so my daughter really is like one of the reasons that I changed up a lot of the stuff that I was doing, because at one point I was bitter, I was hurt, you know, and I was really just running around. I was, you know, being a garden tool per se. Y'all read in between the lines, right? So
yeah.
Even with my music, right? So all this was included, and I was riding along one day, and God checked me about that. You know, it's like the music that you playing, the way that you're living, right? You can't do that. You have a mother. How would you feel if somebody, you know, did your mother how you doing these women, or talked about your mom or your daughter that way? And when that happened, when I really thought about it, it was right. Like, you know, so I really switched up and tried to become the person that I wanted my daughter to have. And, you know, she did. Like, my son-in-law is amazing, perfect gentleman. Like, and I told her, I was like, baby, if you can't find somebody that's like daddy, then you don't need him. So what I used to do with her, I used to take her out on dates. We call them daddy-daughter dates.
That was perfect.
I take her out, you know, wouldn't let her touch the door. I open the door for her, pay for her food. You know, we just conversate or whatever and stuff. And my son-in-law is exactly that. Like, she didn't settle for anything else. Right. So when you have a daughter or you have a son, like your children, you understand what real love is. Like, literally, I die for mine without a second thought.
See, she had that perfect example of what she needed in her life. And many of us girls are not that fortunate. And so a lot of us, whether we realize it or not, we go marry our fathers, or we settle for who are our fathers because we're searching for him. And I know that was what I ended up doing without even realizing that that's what I was doing. Wow. Well,
yeah, so
you should write a book on that. That's perfect.
We're getting a lot of comments. So Pat said, more specifically, what you define for you offer, the scripture, of course. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Then we have, our brother William Day Proclaim is in here. What's happening, man? What's happening? So Proclaim says, worldly love and agape love are so different. Christ showed us what agape love looks like, which he did. And that is the truth.
Yeah.
That is the absolute truth. He showed it not just by his actions, not just by his words, but through his actions. Through his actions. And that's one thing that fascinates me the most. When you really think about what he did when he died for us. Right? He was there on the cross. Like, he had all the power to get off the cross. He could have. Right? He could have gotten out or whatever and stuff, you know, but instead, you know, he took all of that. And at the same time, you know, was still forgiving, you know, the people that were crucified with him or whatever and stuff, you know, he was still that type of person. So that's definitely agape love. So thank you for that comment, Will. Appreciate that, bro.
Well, based off of Will's comment, this is a perfect time for us to go into our first song tonight. And it is called No Greater Love by Rudy Torrance and Chrisette Michelle.
All right, let's get it. We'll be right back.
Dear Father, yeah, I know you see me. I cannot hide, you know what I have done. Yet you decided to love me anyway. No, I cannot lie. How do you see beyond my flaws? No, I don't know why you would save somebody like me. What kind of love is this that would claim a filthy rag? What kind of love is this? Yeah, that can still see the good when it's all bad. What kind of love is this that would lay down his life just for me? None greater, none greater, none greater. No, there is no greater love.
That
that can still see the good when it's all bad. That would lay down his life just for me, none greater. No, 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 none greater. No, none greater. No, there is no greater love. I know I'm not the only one to receive that kind of love. Love for God.
For God so loved the world that He gave. And He gave His only begotten Son.
Oh, and whoever you gotta believe who would have made that sacrifice. Oh, greater. Can you imagine how they pierced him in his side? The blood came streaming down, 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 down. Never said a moment word. I thank you. I searched high and low, but I couldn't find nobody
to love me right.
Nobody to care. And it was right when I needed you most that you were right there. I don't know where I would be without your love. Where would I be without your grace? I really don't know. Nobody, no, there is no greater love. No, there is no greater love. There is no greater love. I cannot hide, you know what I have done. Yet you decide to love me anyway.
Ooh, Bertie, that got me.
Wow.
Ooh,
Wow.
ooh.
Yeah.
I felt that one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. You can't
Jesus.
help that one. Can't help that one. That is my first time hearing that song. Like, and I'm a big Christette Michele fan. I feel like she is one of the most underrated singers in this world.
Yeah, she
Like
is.
she is an amazing artist, and that's my first time hearing the brother Rudy Currency. So man, shout out to them for that one, and I am definitely going to add that one to the playlist.
That's my song.
Wow, that's amazing. That is a beautiful song, right? And just what they were saying about, right, and what they were talking about in the song. How can you not listen to that and not feel that?
Mm-hmm. And what they were describing, you know, from the love of Christ. Yeah, I felt that that's how He feels. You know, that His love for us is that deep. It's that deep. And I don't know anybody who I can say, other than those who have become, you know, those certain parents, that can show that type of greater love. It's
really, it's mind-boggling. That's what it is. It's mind-boggling. And Tony D said y'all need to get Rudy on your show. Man, I'd love to. I don't even know how we go about contacting the brother, but oh my goodness, man, amazing.
I got skills.
Kim, you've been holding out. You've been holding out. You know what? I know we're supposed to be focused on love. Let me say this right now, because I love you, but I do not like you right now. Let me say that. I say it at least one time every show. I love you, but I don't like you right now. How you holding out on a song like that?
Bertie, I keep on telling you. See, I be sending you songs and you on there. I say, Bertie, did you listen to the song? No, I ain't got a chance to. So I just don't. I got so much stuff in my head that comes from my heart, y'all just be ignoring me. You, Angee, only person who don't ignore me is Pat and Grace. Tony ignores me. Everybody ignores me.
See that shit going off on this rant. Don't nobody be ignoring you. Thank you, sir. So all us just ignoring you. That's what you saying.
Except Pat and Grace.
Hold on. We got to pause. We got to pause. Carmen Gooseby has just entered the chat. What's happening, Carmen? What's happening, Carmen?
Carmen, that's my girl.
We got to pause for that one. We got to pause for that one. Absolutely. So let's see what. Go ahead, Kim.
Carmen says, to me, love is all action. I have to put your wants before my needs. It's like a contract that can never be broken. This song that you just played was very powerful, and that is exactly what love is. Love should be that strong to where it brings tears to your eyes. And when you think of that person you love and all that you sacrifice for that person, yeah, it brought tears.
It's all about tears to mine, and I'm a big softie anyway. I cry.
Yeah,
I cried a minute. Like I ain't gonna lie. I was watching. Look, so funny story. I was watching Armageddon, the movie Armageddon with Bruce Willis. I've seen the movie like 500 times, but at the end, when Bruce Willis dies, I cry every time. So yesterday, I'm sitting up bawling my eyes out. Like I never watched the movie before, but anyway, I digress.
But Bertie, that's just that soft side of you.
Yeah, that man.
But I am glad that your father was not afraid to show you love, and he didn't put that macho stuff in you, where you're not afraid to show love, and that's a great thing. I
think with him it was really a mixture, because he was definitely like a manly man, and he wasn't like the most romantic, right? But the way that he loved by providing. Yes. Right. So he wasn't the type that was just gonna pop up with roses and all this other stuff, So out of my parents, my mom is definitely the more sentimental one. But what he did was he did work real hard. He was a hard worker. So, and he loved through his actions. He did that. So yeah.
You know what I'm gonna get, Tony? He talking about y'all don't listen to gospel music, because if y'all did, you would know Rudy. I'm just saying that in love.
Hey, man. Hey, bro, we don't come on your show causing all kinds of trouble, Tony. Man, nobody wants to smoke, man. You got to be coming up on here with all that, bro. Talking about we don't listen to gospel. Well, I mean, obviously, I haven't heard Rudy. But yeah, the brother's dope. The brother's dope, man.
He is very dope.
Tony, I'm mad at you because you've been holding out, so you know who this brother is and stuff. And you ain't told nobody about him. Like, really?
Well, I knew who Rudy was, just because I told y'all don't talk to me.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
I even tried to share some of my gospel house with you. You don't want to hear that either.
I didn't say I didn't want to hear it. When did I say that?
You just don't. I said you don't want to hear it because when I send it to you, you don't listen to it.
And y'all, this is a different kind of love. This is brotherly, sisterly love that you see me and Kim every week. If people tuned in that didn't watch the show, they think that we didn't like each other. But this is my big sister, and that's how I react with her. I talk to her like that. Can't nobody else talk to her like that, though. So I just want y'all to get that straight. Can't nobody else talk to her like that. I can tell her that I don't like her, but I love her. But anybody else try to do that, we got problems. All right. But anyway.
That's right. So, Bertie, now that we've talked about love, you told me who loved you first and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to move to the next part.
Okay.
When did you know that you was in love for the first time with a woman?
That would have to be like I don't know if it's more like love or it was more like a crush. Like my high school, well, I can't even say high school, like elementary, like the first female that I noticed I had feelings for, her name was Tracy Barrow. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. And to this
nose open.
Yeah, wide open. And to this day, that is a beautiful woman. Like just amazing, just wide open. Tracy was just like laid back, cool, like the type of person that all the guys wanted. But she was cool with it, right? Didn't have a nasty attitude, nothing like that. Just cool, just good people, whatever stuff. So I think that was the first time that I felt that, that feeling.
Now you ain't that dude that see the old crush and feel like, y'all missed y'all chance and y'all still had that chance.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Nah, that wasn't in the cards. It was just one of the things that, all right, I liked her, whatever and stuff. But we moved away from New Orleans. My parents moved away from New Orleans, which is where she was, like when I was younger. So I think we moved to Mississippi when I was like 12, 13, something like that. So yeah.
Tony said define crush.
So crush is like a term that like that you hear like a lot of younger people, like, you just like this person, it's infatuation. You don't quite know if it's love or not or whatever and stuff, and you just feeling this way about this person, like got your eyes wide open, got your nose wide open and stuff. You thinking about this person and just all this stuff. So yeah, that's what I call a crush.
Not necessarily love.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't talk like that, for me to like just really love her like that, right? But I was infatuated with her, like just the thought of wanting to be with this female. Mm-hmm. So that's what it was.
A lot of times when people also move towards they're in love, and this is where I think is very important that I'm going to get some of these answers out, these couples that we interview with for the rest of the month too, is that are you actually in love with the person? Are you in love with the idea of being in love with that person? And so many people enter their marriages that way, and then when they get into the marriage, they go, "Oh my God, I wasn't expecting all of this." And so that's why I think it's very important that you get with a spiritual counselor, person, therapist, whatever, before you make this decision to become one, because you got to understand, if you're truly loving this person, then all the good and bad comes with that. And love is supposed to prevail through all of that.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. I say it, and I'm not trying to. My mom probably gonna talk about me for putting my business out in the street like that. But anyway, it's my family. I can tell you, it's an amazing testimony. So the man that I said raised me, in the beginning of the relationship, he was an atheist. Like, he did not believe in God, right? So imagine that. My mother, who was the anchor in our household when it came to faith, when it came to religion, like everything that I knew about God, the reason I knew about God was because of my mother. Like, my father's still a good man or whatever and stuff, but he was that guy that would stand up in church and he denounced God like there is no God, or all this other stuff. Like, he just didn't believe. So eventually what wound up happening was, and we're talking about somebody that done been through a lot. He's been shot before, wrapped around his car, wrapped his car around a pole, walked away without a scratch. Just all kinds of different things, right? So there was somebody really looking out for him. God was looking out for him, even though he wasn't acknowledging God. So my mom kind of gave him an ultimatum, like, the things that you're doing, how you're behaving, or whatever stuff, you either choose, right? It's either the lifestyle that you're living or your family. And he chose his family. He went from not believing, in God to going to church. And eventually, asking me, he hit me up sometimes, son, have you prayed today?
Oh,
just different things. So, yeah, when you do love somebody, right? Like, there are choices and decisions that you make when you really love a person, right? You really did. And I saw that example of that. I saw my dad. That's what he did with my mom. Like, he could have very well been like, well, no, I'm not going to do that, right? Because religion is a serious thing to people.
Yes, it is.
It's very serious. So everybody's not budging on that one and stuff, but he was open-minded enough to, to give it a shot and really start listening. And God just worked on his heart. So I saw that, and I'm not going to say that he was in church all the time, like every Sunday or whatever and stuff, but he did, he started acknowledging God.
But not only did God work on his heart, see, your mom, I like to talk to ladies like her, the old school ladies who went through it and can tell you how to pray your way through it and how to cover your mate when he's not there yet. So I know, I like ladies like her.
Yeah, she's all my aunts are pretty much like that. They all were married, and several of my uncles have passed and have been gone for a while, and none of them got remarried. I even asked my mom, like, Mom, why did you remarry after Dad passed? She was like, because that was her real love, and I look at my aunts or whatever and stuff. None of them have remarried, spent their whole lives with, one man, whatever and stuff like that. And yeah, so, And it does look like it is getting time for the KB double play.
Yes.
So
hold on. But before we do that, Carmen said she fell in love one time. And now that I know how it felt, I am pretty sure I will never do that again. Don't do that.
Carmen says she done. One and done. She said one and done.
You can't be like that, Carmen. You can't be. We're going to talk about that, Carmen. Now we're going to move into the KB double play. And Bertie, one of them is your song, You're My Everything.
Oh, wow.
With the J. Danielle.
Yeah, so that's shout out to J. Danielle. That's the little sis. Y'all go check her out as well. Amazing singer from Little Rock, Arkansas. Now, this that song is one of my more personal songs. Like I'm very, very open and vulnerable in this song. Like talking about a time that actually I was coming off a bad relationship, and at that time I was suicidal. So I referenced that in the song. And quick story. I was sitting up in my apartment. And the relationship that I was in, it was over with. Lady gone. And I'm sitting up there, and the enemy, I allowed the enemy to get in my head. You're not worth anything. Kill yourself. So I'm really entertaining these thoughts, and as I'm getting ready to like really contemplate it, I had an aunt reach out to me, and I hadn't spoken to my aunt in a long time. And her exact words were, "Baby, I don't know what you're thinking, but don't do it. God loves you." Just like that.
Wow, that was him.
Yeah, so I do talk about that in the song. It's one of those that I've only done that song a couple of times live. It's kind of hard to get through because of the stuff that I'm talking about in it. So,
yeah. Well, our next song after that is with my Shiro, In Love.
Oh, in my goodness.
Love. In Love. Love. So let's move on with our KB double play.
Let's take it back to a time where your boy was blind. Out here down bad with no peace of mind. No love is what I had, not none of a kind. You came along and gave me love like one of a kind. Nothing like them things I was running behind. Open up and put me on to something divine. Better than any treasure that I could ever find. You laid it all on the line so the pleasure's mine. At the time I was hurting and I was lost. That's when I heard about what you did on the cross. Paid it all for my sin, more than a friend. Went through hell and took a L so your boy could win. Can't comprehend you had your life on it. Shed blood, yeah, my soul had a price on it. Stripes in your flesh for my atonement. The king became a lamb, man, what a moment. There's no greater love than what you gave me. You didn't have to do it, but you saved me. Gave up the ghost, you were Swayze. And came back at the 3, you amazed me. I still can't believe that you made me. I love you so much, that's why I praise thee. Just in case I haven't told you lately, you're my everything, so amazing.
All that I want and all that I need. Right by your side is where I wanna be. Words can't explain what you mean to me. You mean to me. You're my everything. All that I want and all that I need. Right by your side is where I wanna be. Words can't explain what you mean to me. You mean to me. You're my everything.
Thinking back to a time I was really hurt. No cap like that down in the dirt. Thinking reckless, didn't know my worth. Couldn't help it, wanted to leave this earth. Mind in a mess, stressed and depressed. Suicidal thoughts and I needed help. At home in the room all by myself. Pill bottle in my hand, had nothing left. Head down to the ground, I was feeling low. You had a real love, but I didn't know. I heard about church, but I didn't go. Needed a change in my life, was about to blow. That's when the phone rang, my aunt was on the line. Said, talk to me, baby, you been on my mind. All wounds heal, it's by design. Give your cares to the Lord, and you'll be fine. May not come when you want, but he's on time. He's the very best thing that you're gon' find. You may be down now, but you gon' climb. Dark times don't last, the sun gon' shine. Dark times don't last, but his love's will. Even when you fall, he loves still. Nothing false about it, his love's real. He got the type of love that you gon' feel.
All that I want and all that I need. Right by your side is where I wanna be. Words can't explain what you mean to me. You mean to me. You're my
yet you still love me. Now I know what love is. Ain't nobody stop your love. Stop your love. You know me. All my hopes and all my fears. Till you chose me. I'm in love. I'm in love. You turn your back on him, it's still on your side. Always keep it real with you and that's no lie. Won't give up the fight, I know I'ma survive. Now I got God on my side, God on my side. I was down and he got me up. On the ground, no faith, I thought I was stuck. Now the devil see us winning and we got him shook. You know it's our season, we gon' run it up. Gotta love my sister and love my brother. As in this word, it teaches us we gotta love each other. Really absurd if we can't look beyond each other's colors. It's your love for one another. We need to come together. Now I know what love is. Nobody stop your love. Stop your love. You know me. All my hope and all my fears. Chose me. I'm in love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm in love. So in love. I'm in love. So in love with you, with you, with you, with you, with you. I'm in love with you, with you, with you, with you, with you.
With you, with you, with you, with you, with you. With you. See,
Yes.
I'm gonna be on my Shiro, one of her tracks one day. Watch.
Goodness.
You watch. You watch.
Yeah, so she's amazing. She's amazing. That's my for those that don't know, that is my label mate now. I actually signed to her label. Man, just amazing artist, incredible person. She's an incredible person. The person that y'all see on the, oh my God, here we go. The person that you hear in the songs and that you see on the videos, that's really her. She's good people. Yeah, and she does have a new track coming out called Your Pain. So y'all be on the lookout for that. A new song is called Your Pain. It's releasing, I want to say it's in April. I believe it's when it's coming out. So
so I'm gonna get the exclusive.
And speaking of her, she just tapped in. Hey, Harvest. Harvest, tap the date in. Tap the date in the chat, Harvest, for your single, Your Pain, the release date. I forgot the date. I'm terrible, y'all. Y'all had to forgive me.
Harvest. Love you, Harvest.
But yeah.
Love me. In love with you, with you, with you.
Oh my God.
That mean I'm gonna be on. Harvest gonna put me on the track, and don't you be mad about it either.
I'm gonna be hating the whole time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm telling you the truth right now. Now I'm still salty that you got a shirt for free that I had to pay for. I'm upset about that one, like for real.
Because I'm special.
Oh my God. Anyway.
I am special.
Like I said, April. It's March 14th.
See, you was all wrong.
Hey, I mean, I did remember the name of the song. Like, you gotta forgive me. My song played, and I told you I get emotional after that song, man. I was going through a dark time in my life when I did that song. So yeah.
But Bertie, just think how many people that song will help.
Yeah.
It'll help.
It will.
I know it will.
It will. I'm very big on that, and that's one of the things that I used to think like the whole suicide thing wasn't something that that our race dealt with and things, whatever. But when I look into it, like a lot of African Americans do, they deal with suicidal thoughts and commit suicide more than what you think. So I'm a big supporter of that. Like, so any chance that I get to tell a story, like to share that testimony with somebody, I do. I don't hide it or whatever.
Well, holidays is a big time, and this past holidays, this past Christmas, there was a lot of suicide that went on, people that I knew personally. But it's crazy as I just felt it in the air. But anyway, that's why I want to focus on love for this month. So as we go forward with the next 3 weeks, Well, we're on vacation next week.
Yeah.
It's a Super Bowl vacation. Just want to let everybody know. So we will be rebroadcasting tonight's show. But after that, we will have the last 2 weeks. Two very, very dynamic couples.
Yeah. Very dynamic. Two couples that are very close to me. First one is my brother, and I do mean my brother, like we came. The only thing that's different about it is we didn't come from the same lady, but we're tight. So we have the Calhouns, aka Mr. Church and Marvette the artist. We'll have them first, and then the following week we have my spiritual parents, Pastor Tony Whitley and Dr. Letitia Whitley from the movement Underground 9.0. And these 4 people that I'm talking about have over the last 4 years, like, have been there for me, like my family. Like, really. And that's another group of people that, what they show is who they are. There's no faking. There's no fronting. Like, the love that you see that they give to each other, that's them all the time. So I am very excited to have them on the show. So next week we'll be off, like Kim said, Super Bowl. But the following week we're going to have the Calhouns, a.k.a. Mr. Church and Marvette the artist. And then the week after that, we have the Whitleys from the movement Underground 9.0. So excited about both those episodes.
And I also wanted to emphasize that if you are married, engaged, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, I encourage you to catch BERTY and I on these love shows, because I love couples who can work together in ministry. That's important to me, that couples work together in ministry, because to me, marriage is a ministry. And so you're gonna have your good days, your bad days, your sad days, your happy days, all them other kind of days. And so I think couples who are able to work together in ministry and still have a marriage and still have businesses together or do whatever, they go through it all, and they can probably provide you the tools of the do's and don'ts that are biblically based on what to do and what not to do.
All right.
So anyway, BERTY, anything? Oh, I want to remind everybody too that we are now live on Sundays and rebroadcast on Thursdays on DopeJamsRadio.online. DopeJamsRadio.online.
Yes.
Don't forget it. It is very important. DopeJamsRadio.online. BERTY, anything you want to say to the people?
Oh, no, just man, thank y'all for tuning in, for the support that y'all show me and this lady that I call my sister. For the support that y'all give us. And Kim, congratulations to you. I'll say this in closing, for being nominated for Podcast of the Year. We found out today.
You was nominated for podcast.
Yeah, I mean, we both were, but I'm just telling you, congratulations. So we found out today that our podcast has been nominated for Podcast of the Year. So that's amazing, just to be recognized and stuff. It's awesome. So we're thankful for that. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been supporting us. And like we said, next week we're going to be off, but that following week, y'all come back and catch up with us.
All right.
All righty, y'all. Y'all have a blessed night.
Thank you. See you next time.
Don't touch that dial. Just chill for a while. Keep it locked with my man Tony D. Welcome to something new, something you're not used to. It's fresh and guaranteed to bless. It's a new day with a new sound. Keep it locked, you're listening to the new artist profile. Thank God for music, new music on the radio. Artist profile.
What's going on, you guys? Adrian Constanary Jr. here, and I'm here to talk to you about a brand new show that we're bringing to Level Up Nation called The Herd. He earns respect daily. This is an all-men's talk show where we'll be making a lot of different topics come to light, and where all excuses will get checked at the door, but also where brotherhood will be pushed. So we'll have a lot of different things. Make sure you guys tune in, join in with the comments, and give us a couple different things. Feed into this conversation. But we're looking forward to talking with you every Sunday. Make sure you tune in with Level Up Nation. I'm Adrian Constanary, one of the co-hosts for The Herd, ready to talk with you.
Now rocking with the CHH, so tune in to the CHH.
Yeah, this is the theme song, not an interlude. CHH with Kim and BERTY, I hope you're in the mood. For a special guest in the interview. Supporting the kingdom and we continue to bring it to you non-stop. Yo, the soul's a pop. Sunday night, 7 Central, we all in the spot. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, keep it locked. We Level Up Nation, we rising to the top. Yo, it's a Holy Ghost party, get your groove on. The KB double player, keep your move on. You can make the convertible if you groove strong. Come on and get your praise on for about an hour long. Shout out to Kim, yo, this is our song. You can check the times on the shows coming on. Tell your friends to tune in, we won't steer you wrong. CHH for Kim and BERTY, tap in and cheer along.
You're now rocking with the CHH, so tune in to the CHH.
Let me talk to you a little bit. Have you ever felt stuck? Not lazy, not unmotivated, just stuck. You feel like something needs to change, but you're not even sure where to start. You know, sometimes you feel extremely tired, the kind of tired that sleep can't even fix. What started happening with me, I started talking to women, and that's what I was hearing more than anything. I was hearing them say things like, I'm tired, but I still have to function. They're saying, what is this soft season everyone's talking about? They're talking about it, but they're not telling you how to get there, right? So soft season became this elusive thing or just this fantasy, but I wanted it to become a practice. So I started doing some digging and I realized this. When you're overwhelmed, you don't need 10 steps. You just need 1. Because 10 steps will have you shutting down, right? Let me say that again. You don't need 10 steps. 10 steps will make you shut down. That's where the 1-step method came from. Not 12 steps, not fixing your whole life, just one powerful step out of survival into your soft season. Strong enough to move, soft enough to breathe. That part. So over 4 weeks, we're going to slow things down for you. We're going to help you get out of survival mode. We help you notice what's actually keeping you stuck. Then we help you choose yourself without guilt. And we help you take that one clear step forward, with support, of course. I'm even going to show you how to use some simple tools. Think of it as a thinking partner. Even AI is when your mind is cluttered and crowded, and you just need a thinking partner. Nothing technical, just support. So this is the invitation. If you're craving a soft season, this is where it starts. If you're tired of surviving and ready to choose yourself, you're welcome here. If you don't need information, but you just need 1 step, this one is for you. The 1-step method.